get showcased.
Welcome, everybody, to another live edition of the Showcase Pod. I'm Don Vega. In the studio is the boss, Chris Blackheart, on the eve of Marchiversary 18. We're just about 12 hours or so before the big event in the Taunton VFW Hall, Marchiversary 18. Chris Blackheart. He's dressed up now. I see him on the screen there. He dressed up for the occasion tonight.
Well, you got to dress up some days, and I've been wearing a tie all day, unfortunately, so I thought I'd kind of look good for the pod tonight.
All right. So, lots of things happening, and finally it brings us to the event tomorrow night in Taunton. You want to update the fans on anything that's been going on as far as tickets and availability for tomorrow in Taunton?
Yeah, well, I guess we'll get into it right now. So the online tickets are sold out.
I just seen that there was some people messaging me about it earlier. So
online tickets are sold out. So the process is everything at the door now. So the idea, if you bought online, you go to the door. It's going to open up at 7 o'clock. It's going to be an express line. Screenshot your ticket purchase. They'll also have a master list. They can check with your order number and or your last name, and then you're going to get in 17 minutes earlier than anybody else. So limited tickets will be available at the door. Probably thinking about 50 tickets going to be available at the door, a little bit more. We are redesigning it how we normally do it. We're going to make a smaller set for tomorrow, so hoping to fit more people in there. So you got to go, man. It's Marchiversary. It's a special time of the year.
So on that note, I know there was some questions before on the Showcase Facebook as far as people that purchased tickets. I don't know if there was a disconnection with people thinking that they were going to receive tickets in the mail, but that's not how it works. If you want to go over that, there was a specific question about showing the receipt at the door. Just to answer that.
Yeah, So on this platform we're using is actually this will be the last event we're using it for. We're upgrading for April, but on this platform you do not get tickets mailed to you. It literally says on the description when you're ordering it, it says no tickets will be mailed. Screenshot your order, and your order number is typically a 4-digit number. We also look it up by your last name and your first name, so you will not be getting anything in the mail. We never said you're going to get anything in the mail. It hasn't been that way for probably about 4 years. We try to make it easy. But for this time, again, just give us your last name, and then the girls at the door will actually bring it up. They're going to have their laptop to bring it up.
All right. So with that being said, I hope if you're tuning in tonight, your question was answered. The dog is also answering questions in the background. Anything else going on as far as news? Danny, anything else? Have you been updated with the stuff going on as far as like Raw and WWE there as of late?
Oh, it looks like they're just gearing up now. They changed the poster with John Cena's mean face now with Cody Rhodes, so they're building that main event up big time.
So there is gonna, if I'm not mistaken, Raw's coming from overseas this coming Monday.
Yeah.
So. First appearance for John Cena since we saw him go over to the dark side. So it remains to be seen what's going to happen this Monday on Raw.
Well, it'll be interesting to see it. I mean, as we mentioned on the pod a couple weeks ago, he could have went out easy. I think he could have had feel-good matches. He changed it up. And I think, the fact that WrestleMania is a long way, literally it's a month away now. And I think it's still going to change. So
Yeah, there's a lot of different things, a lot of scenarios that they could build upon that. It's just going to be interesting to see what road they go down. I still think he needs to do something drastic for him to be more disliked with people, wanting to see him turn over to the bad side. I think he just needs to solidify it, and we'll find out what happens on Monday with that. Other stuff that I've got to see over the week is the big event there for NXT, having Moose cross over to NXT to take on the champion Omar Fendi, and he was victorious over Moose. I mean, I wonder what's going to happen with all this, back and forth relation with TNA, especially with some of their bigger talent coming in second when they come over to the WWE.
Well, when I was driving here, I was listening to Briscoe and Bradshaw, and they had Frankie Kazarian on there, which is actually a great listen. And he was bringing up the rub that WWE has given TNA and some of the opportunities that may be coming up.
Yeah.
I think any eyeballs and rub that TNA is getting from WWE is positive, because if you look at it, the venues that they're booking in the East Coast and West Coast coming up, they're bigger venues than they have in the past because they're selling out, which is awesome. And then my question is, what's going to go on in the United States? They took over WWE's deal in Canada for the slot. I'm thinking TNA, man. I think WWE is kind of helping TNA get a slot for something in the
they
U.S.
are as far as probably like the business side, but then again, you have to kind of at the same time keep your talent strong and keep that talent looking like there's something. And I'm just wondering, where's it gonna be the medium when they have these matches for titles, as far as win and loss records are concerned, because we have seen multiple champions cross over and they haven't been successful at all. I think they need to keep that into 50-50 when it comes to that.
Well, maybe we'll give you a homework assignment. Maybe you write down the matches and keep the win-loss record, because if they're always losing when they're coming over, that just shows that they're less than. Who wants to go and see a less than match?
Well, especially, with the champion there, the heavyweight champion. I know he's had a couple of appearances in the WWE, but, again, if you're going to have your main champion come in second all the time in these appearances, how special is your champion? So we'll find out what happens. I mean, it's a good thing that they got going with new talent and people that are crossing over that might not see either or, getting the opportunity to see it for the first time. That's always a positive. As far as tomorrow night, you want to go over some of the matches for tomorrow night?
Yeah.
A big tag team title match.
Well.
What? You're interested in that one, Danny?
No, yeah, it's weird.
Danny, you still can't find a tag team partner.
Yeah, I know. They keep ditching me. But yeah, I actually interviewed the tag team champions. They were sleeping in a locker room Saturday night in Woonsocket.
You got footage of that? You want to go over to that footage now?
Yeah, definitely. Let me play this, yeah.
Go take a look at that footage that Danny got.
Hey guys,
What?
wake up!
Huh?
You guys got a match coming up, man.
Huh? What?
Well, on behalf of the Showcase Pod, I mean, we got that big Marchiversary 18 coming up, and you guys got 4 teams you got to face. So 4 teams. That's right. So I know you used to be in Harvard. So what are the odds? What's the odds of you guys winning?
I like our chances.
So, I mean, you got 4 teams. You got the Marchiversary 18 coming up, and now you guys got to enter the gauntlet, too.
Oh, yeah. Well, we're doing double duty. Well, I think that will just be warmed up for the gauntlet match after that tag team match, because some people might not be wrestling beforehand, so their muscles won't be flexed, their bodies won't be relaxed.
Their minds will be cold.
I think you need some herbal tea, man.
Yeah. You got any?
Yeah, so we got a title defense tonight, and you got to go out there tonight, and hopefully you retain the championships because you guys will be in Marchiversary 18. And you think you guys gonna win this?
Well,
Yeah.
dog. We're gonna go all the way.
That's why we're champions.
Yeah, you see those.
Oh, the other way, guys. The other way. There you go. There you go.
That means that we made it.
Yeah.
But we're gonna stay. We're gonna stay at the top because we're gonna keep getting higher.
And what's your final
With
message?
learning.
With learning.
What's your final message to the other 4 teams? And maybe 5, they could throw somebody else in. We don't know.
Final message. Cheers!
Cheers.
Well, I was going to ask for a prediction, and that was the team that I was thinking was going to win, but I don't know now.
I mean, Danny, it was nice of you to freaking turn the belts over. I mean, these guys been carrying the titles backwards for the last, couple of months. I guess they've been hitting the herbal tea and the medicine quite hard. I wonder if they're going to be in a state of, being able to compete tomorrow night and hold on to those titles.
Again, that was my pick. But after this video, I don't know. I think maybe Sprat's tea could, help with the nerves. But after this one, I got to change my pick.
What, are you going back to your buddies there?
No. After BBT, that's it. I'm going to go with, I want to go with PG-13.
You mean 17 Jump Street?
Nope. If they're 17 Jump Street, they're going to be kissing babies, high-fiving friends and families. They're going to be unfocused. But if they go down the heel route, PG-13,
So now you're trying to turn these kids over to what AZ and Matt Michelson.
Just focus and focus on the match. Maybe push it, a little harder than you would. Stop calling everything a Rex thing, a Rex punch, a Rex body slam, a Rex headlock. Focus on the match. Work as a tag team. Don't focus on the fans. Don't focus on the family. And I think that's my new team. PG-13 is going to win.
I'm picking
All right. So
Danny Cabral
since he's
and
picking
Sean.
teams, Danny, you want to pick a team for tomorrow night?
Yeah, I'm going to go with Danny Cabral and Sean Candido because they look like the underdogs in this. Nobody's even talking about them. So I'm going to go with them too.
You know what? I was going to go down that route too, so I'm agreeing with Daniel. I think that, I think Candido's going to have something up his sleeve, and everybody's been kind of like overlooking these guys. And, Danny is a young competitor that's hungry, and he's got the tools. And I think tomorrow night he's going to surprise a lot of people.
Wow. The team we've got to talk about is the Toxicos. They came out of nowhere in the tag team tournament and won, so...
Well, yeah, they got the opportunity to regain the titles and come back and, really solidify their win. But again, I'm sticking with Danny and Candido on that one.
Now, since you two recently spent a lot of time with Mr. Cena, you want to go over the rules for that tag match?
So the rules are simple. It's kind of like a new concept here in Showcase when it comes to that, because it's a 5-way tag team match. The match will start with 2 teams initially, and then after one of those teams get defeated, the defeated team will get to call out the next team to come out and face whoever the winners are. So, that's kind of like a curveball. They get to pick your opponent if they come on the losing end.
Now, do you want to give any props of this concept? We did not come up with it.
No, this concept goes back to, PWF and NECW, the Toxic Waltz kind of style match where it was a tournament. And, you would get to pick the next opponent for the person if you got defeated. So this is where this is coming from. and we're applying it in a tag team scenario. So, it should be interesting. And it's, like I said, a curveball when it comes to, strategy and match planning, because you just don't know who's going to get called out.
I like it.
Moving on to the next matchup of the night, it's a special women's attraction match. A lot of people have been wanting to see women's action back in Showcase Pro Wrestling, and they will get to see that tomorrow night as Nat Castle makes her debut, taking on the veteran, former IWA Puerto Rico Women's Champion, current Shine Tag Team Champion, Evie De La Rosa, and that's going to be a great encounter. Your thoughts, Chris Blackheart, on that women's matchup tomorrow night at Marchiversary?
You have to go with Evie.
Well, again, it's going to be a task for young Nat Castle. She's been making her rounds throughout, the United States and the Tri-State area. But Evie just been unstoppable when it comes to women's wrestling, especially in Puerto Rico, in that scene where she held the title for over a year, and now coming back to the States again, joining a group of veterans like Mercedes Martinez and Ivelisse to win the Shine Tag Team titles. I mean, she has all the tools. I'm going with my friend Evie. Daniel, your thought?
I got Evie because you can't bet against her.
All right, so I may have to. The only question I have, how long has she been tagging compared to being a singles competition?
She's done both, but her strong point's always been the singles competition. I think, like I said, she held on to that title in Puerto Rico for over a year, and this is recent. This is 2024. I think Nat Castle is going to be in for a long night tomorrow night.
All right. So I'm going to flip. I think Evie's going to come in second. Because as we know, tag team wrestling is different than singles. And if you've been tagging for a while, even if it's, 30, 45 days, some days your conditioning is different. You put a lot of energy in fast because you can have that tag. No tag. Yeah. It's one-on-one competition.
I don't know, man. I'm sticking with Evie. So we'll find out tomorrow night at Marchiversary on that one. Moving on to one of the feature matches, that gauntlet for the gold that gives you an opportunity at any championship in Showcase Pro Wrestling, including, cashing in the same night at a heavyweight championship match. Your thoughts on that matchup?
Come on, Danny. We already know what you're going to do. Tell everyone, if you win, Danny, what are you going to do? You're going to ruin it for everybody.
The whole show, the whole landscape of Showcase Pro Wrestling. So yeah, Rambo, I'm coming after you. Whoever's a champion at that time, I'm coming after you. So I'm going to fulfill a dream, hopefully tomorrow night, and we'll come back here. And I'm going to predict this right next week. Hopefully, me and Don Vega will be on the show here. Don Vega, the brand new Sons of Liberty champion, and Dan Badandi, the brand new Showcase Pro Wrestling heavyweight champion.
So, Danny, you can't say hopefully. It's either you're going to do it or you're not.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to do it.
Boy, what confidence do you have, Danny?
Well, it's to be humble, too, but also, yeah, I got confidence.
See, Danny, this is why you can't make it into the 1,500 club. Because you go to the gym and you think you can lift today, but you don't fully lift, Danny. That's the problem.
Yeah, you got to know you need to.
Well, apparently from a few months ago, he's allergic to physical work, or what was it? You're allergic to physical activities, Daniel? That's what it was said before?
Remember when somebody was commenting?
Oh, yep.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm allergic to physical activities.
Yeah, you power lifters, you can't lift a lot.
You're allergic to the gym.
Yeah, I sit around doing nothing all day.
Yeah.
So you want to go over the rules of the gauntlet for those that are watching that haven't seen the match before and are going to be seeing it for the first time tomorrow?
Yeah, I'll do the first half. You do the second. So, the key to this is that the fans choose the entries. That is the 100% the key part. So it's not something that's preset from the championship committee or someone from the back. We have a spindle. Everyone's name's in there. Saj, people are going to come up to see Saj. You go in there, you pick the name, it is being read. It's all random. No idea who's coming out. And I'll be honest with you, if you're number one, it's a blessing and a curse, because number one has been very successful over the past almost 15 years of us doing this.
Yeah.
So that is, if they're number one, watch for them. You know,
Yeah, you were number one last year.
yeah,
That was,
I mean,
tough.
and you were very close.
Yeah.
And the problem is we do have a lot of new talent coming there. Some guys have been training at the Showcase Wrestling Training Center, so I know they're excited. You know, we did help them with their game plan too. But my question is, you know, what's your thought on the elimination style?
Well, the elimination style is going to continue to be the original format, either over the top rope, pin, or submissions, or all ballot during the gauntlet. So, you know, there's a lot of advantages and disadvantages when it comes to winning the actual match. We'll find out who's going to draw number one tomorrow night. We'll find out if Danny draws number one, and can he take it all the way and win the big one and cash it in and beat whoever that champion is at the end of the night. I mean, you gave out your strategy, Danny, so, you know, it's...
Well, I'm just going to be clear and open. I'm going in there. I don't care if it's number 1 or number 30. I'm going to go in there. I'm going to win. And whoever's the champion at the end of the night, I'm coming for you. I don't care if it's Big Matt Thompson or whoever is the champion at the time, Rambo, whoever, I'm coming for you.
Well, if it's number 30, you should be able to win no problem. You know, if you're the last guy to go in there, you're well rested. That's definitely the spot that you want to be in, is those final spots.
Yeah, definitely.
Going out there fresh, taking advantage of all the situations that's happened before, and just, you know, getting that W, hopefully.
And we got this big match coming up. You and, which a lot of people are betting on you, man. You and Rambo Godfrey for the Sons of Liberty Championship.
So, you know, that matchup there, we saw what happened last time me and Rambo saw eye to eye. You know, it's going to be a fight, man. It's not going to be a wrestling match. It's just going to be a fight. And like I said, Rambo, he's been doing his thing. He's got 2 titles. He decided to do it his way, and apparently his ways has worked, but he's done it in not so humble of a fashion. And I believe that at one point you need to be humble. And like I said before, he's going to get humble tomorrow night at Marchiversary, and I'm going to take that title, one of his titles, away from him and become a Triple Crown champion in SPW.
Well, I want to elaborate on that, brother, because I know you for 30 years just about in the business, and every time, all the feds we worked for, every time I see you focused on a certain championship, you got that championship. And we know Rambo is undefeated. However, I don't think that's going to stop you from accomplishing your goals. And I'm telling you right now, next week I'm going to see Don Vega coming here with the Sons of Liberty Championship. That's my prediction, because, again, when Don Vega focuses on something, he gets it done.
So, you know, Rambo, I think his luck has run out. I mean, I don't know how lucky he could be with the scenario that he's got going for tomorrow night.
Well, in all fairness, this is either going to be Rambo's greatest night or his worst. Because I hate to put this out there, if he beats you, right, and he also wins in that ladder match, and I hate to say it, but he could be the greatest Showcase Pro Wrestling Heavyweight Champion ever. Between the streak, defeating the 2 top talent for it, you know, that's a huge accomplishment. But if he loses, right, he's tarnished.
Well, I agree that if a miracle happens and he does happen to hang on to both these titles, yeah, he'd be the greatest guy, greatest champion in the history of the company. But then again, we go back and there's that little tiny little if.
It is. And
that's going to be a big if.
If I was putting bets down on Vegas, I think I'd do a long shot on Rambo, but not for a lot of money. You know?
I don't know. You might want to just drop a dime. And I mean literally.
Yeah, no, you know, because the odds. I mean, him and like Thompson has to have his number. You know, let's be honest with it. They've had great matches in the past. They beat the crap out of each other. They're physical and they're brutal. And then to find out, and we haven't even addressed this yet, the order of the matches. What happened if that match is before your match?
Well, again, that's
Right.
kind of like the gauntlet. I
Yeah.
mean, that brings me out to a beaten, battered Rambo, which I'm not going to go lightly because he got beaten and battered.
Yep.
I'm going to take every opportunity and every chance I get at putting them away quite fast and easily.
Yep.
And if that happens to be the case, then, you know, I'll go back and I'll say like someone I used to watch and got to wrestle says, I'm sorry about his damn luck.
Speaking of that, the main event, man, this is huge. Big Matt Thompson and who's this guy here?
Who's this guy here?
Brian Starr,
Brian
man.
Starr, my bad. Brian Starr
You can't
and
see that
the champion Rambo.
So Brian
Oh, we
Starr
need something
got added during that last
Sorry,
During the-
man.
During the press conference.
to the matchup. And, you know, I guess Cena was watching the first time around that Brian Starr came around and challenged Rambo for the title and decided to add him to that matchup because he felt that he was deserving at another shot. And, again, throwing another curveball at Rambo Godfrey tomorrow night.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm gonna go with Big Matt Thompson, man, because last year he won that championship and he
What?
literally got screwed. And you know, for a whole year, Rambo was ducking and dodging him. Open challenges to anybody but Big Matt Thompson. So I think Big Matt Thompson is going to overcome the odds and win that championship. But however,
Chris
again, you know what I mean? If I win the gauntlet, who knows?
Chris Blackheart, who are you picking on that one?
I'm going with Brian Starr. I personally think that Rambo and Thompson, a lot of personal history. I think Brian can pull off that. It is not even an upset. It's just I think just Brian pulls the win out because of the opportunity that's being seized.
Well, you know, you're going to be surprised at my pick. I'm going to give Rambo the benefit of the doubt. And I'm going to say he's going to hang on to the heavyweight championship.
Kind of surprised on that one.
So it's a split.
I think I think someone's a little soft over there for a former student.
Nah,
That could be your downfall. If you look at him in your match and you pause for a second, Rambo's going to beat you.
I just think that, you know, there's too many wild cards being thrown in that matchup.
Yeah.
I just think that there's too many bulls going in there. And I think Rambo, if he's learned anything from me, he's going to let those other two beat the crap out of each other. And somehow, some way, he's going to sneak one in on them.
I don't know.
My,
It's a tough one. It's a tough
but
one.
But the question is, Brian Starr, we haven't seen him in action and showcase for a while, so.
Well, we just saw him at BVT.
Yeah, but I mean, normally, like.
I know
consistently,
he's part of the new initiative.
Yeah.
I
Well, I wish him
commend
luck,
the
but-
championship committee that you all question. You know, there's a great talent that he brought in. You know,
I mean, Brian wants it. He's hungry. He's active all over the Northeast and the tri-state area and all over the place. And he's got the experience and the talent to do it. But again, like I said, there's been too many curveballs added in this matchup. And if Rambo has learned anything from the time he's been the champion, I believe he's gonna use this strategy to retain his title.
That's a great rundown of the card. Nice predictions. I think next week, let's find out.
He is gonna be 10 pounds lighter when next week rolls upon us, but I think he might have a 50-50 chance at hanging on to at least one of those belts being the heavyweight championship, unless Danny does win the Rumble, cashes in, and beats him later in the night.
Danny, I love you, but I don't see it, man. Number one, running through everybody and running through Rambo. You're a locomotive, but I don't think you have the gas to go through that.
Danny,
That's
just
a
don't
lot.
have any of these kids picking the order for you, because you have bad luck with kids picking up your name first.
Yeah.
Gotta keep your eye out on that little deal that they're using to draw the names out.
Well, you know what, though? I'm going to go in full force, nonstop. And my goal is just go in there, because last year when my feet touched the floor, last year, I was like, like I said in my promo, that began my march to Marchiversary 18. So it's been 1 year, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to try my heart out, my best, and I know if I got the opportunity, I'm going to win this thing. And regardless if I win the championship or not later on, but I know, my heart's set to win that gauntlet, and I'm going to do it. And for the fans out there, especially those kids out there who believe in the bionic mania there, whatever you want to call it.
Bionic. I never heard that before. Where'd you make up that shit, Danny?
Yeah,
Bionic mania.
Bionic mania. So it's for the kids, you know what I mean?
Yeah, Danny, I'm pulling for you, man. I know you're gonna go out there and you're gonna do your best, and hopefully, it's enough to get the job done.
Absolutely.
So we'll find out tomorrow night what happens at Marchiversary 18. Like we said, doors are opening at 7 p.m. Tickets online are sold out. Chris Blackheart, you said how many tickets are opening up for tomorrow at the door?
We should have probably about 50, we're guessing. Again, we will be redesigning it to make a smaller set from previous years, so hopefully we can fit some more in there. But my question is, if we're getting sold in Marchiversary, what about the other 11 months? I love seeing fans packed in, enjoying it. There's 11 months of action of Showcase, and Taunton is a town we've been there over a decade.
I mean, it's all hype about the matches and the event. So we're fine. People are looking forward to seeing some matches. I mean, like I said, there's some new and old. Rambo and I, first time ever going at it. We've never wrestled one-on-one, so this is the first. Same deal with Brian Starr and Big Matt Thompson, and in that scenario with Rambo, it's a completely new encounter. We haven't seen that, so a lot of news tomorrow night, and hopefully people that didn't get a ticket online, they get there early, because there's only going to be 50 tickets, so you want to get one of those 50 seats that are going to be available. If not, you're going to be asked out, and you're going to get turned away like it happened last year.
Yeah, I mean, we never like to do that, to say the least. But, I mean, it is what it is, man. There's nothing you can do. But everyone who is attending, it is open seating. All the tickets are $15. We didn't inflate anything. We kept everything in the normal ticket prices for Taunton. Open seating, sit wherever you want, front row, back row, middle row, doesn't really matter. And I think that's the key part too. We know this is our marquee event. We kept it family friendly for all the prices and seating, and that's the key part. I mean.
Now, I want to point something out too. You guys know I'm into conspiracies and all that, right? So, kind of noticed some little weird things going on in Showcase. Like the poster has announcer Frank on it, and Frank, he's been doing tons of workout videos online, and even Don Vega pointed out in the comments to see announcer Frank made it to the poster. Oh shit! So. What could this mean?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Tomorrow night, I guess.
I don't know. You gotta be in the building. I mean, a lot of surprises do happen at Marchiversary. Frank stays in shape 365 days. The guy, he literally lives in the gym. So, yeah.
I got a great plug right there. So if there is anyone who's in physical fitness looking for a job as a personal trainer, hit us up at SP Wrestling, and I'll forward your information. We know someone who is a club manager at a local facility in the Rhode Island market looking for a personal trainer, so that is a plug out there for our friends over there. You want to go into cheap plugs again?
Well, we'll go into some of the plugs like we talked about all this time. Tomorrow night is the big event, Marchiversary 18, and that comes live over from Taunton, Massachusetts, 82 Ingells Street in Taunton, Mass. at the BFW Hall, 7 p.m. The doors will open, 7:47 bell time. Be there for that one. Sold out online. Seats will open tomorrow. Be there early to get some of those seats that will open up tomorrow at the door at the BFW. Moving on, if you have it on the screen there, Daniel, to the following week, we go over to Marblehead, Massachusetts, as Royal Crown Wrestling presents Emerge in Marblehead. This is the first time they have professional wrestling in Marblehead, Massachusetts. That's going to be a big event for that town. And in the main event, Big Colton Charles taking on Parker Boudreaux. I finally got his name right. Boudreaux, former WWE wrestler, comes to Royal Crown Wrestling for Emerge March 21st, 7 p.m. bell time at the BFA in Marblehead, Massachusetts. RCW Live for tickets. I heard that's only standing room tickets only. Everything that was seats is sold out as well. So that'll be available online for that to be purchased. RCW Live in social media. Follow us there, Royal Crown Wrestling. If we go to the following week, I got a little bit of a delay, so I can't see when the flyer is up. It takes us to Friday night, March 28th, at the Showcase Pro Wrestling Training Center with a very special training seminar with the one and only 5-time former world champion Austin Aries. Comes back to New England, comes back to wrestling, and he's going to be offering a very special seminar, the do's and don'ts of professional wrestling. What are the things to get you looked at? What are the things to get you to that next level? In depth with Austin Aries. You know, it's a once in a lifetime opportunity to learn from one of the best wrestlers in the world, Austin Aries. And then that brings us over to the next night, March 29th, in Sturbridge, Massachusetts, Sturbridge Hotel Event Center. Powerhouse Wrestling presents. You got it there? Am I on the? I'm seeing the training page. There we go. Okay. All right, now I see it. Okay. Powerhouse Wrestling returns to the Sturbridge Hotel, March 29th, 7 p.m. bell time for that card. On the card, former WWE, ROH, TNA wrestler, like I said before, Austin Aries will take on BRG, current MLW star, as well as the Canadian Monster, PCO, comes to Powerhouse Wrestling and challenges yours truly for the Powerhouse Wrestling Heavyweight Championship in a street fight, as well as women's action, as the PHW Women's Champion, Evie De La Rosa, will defend her title. All that and more March 29th in Sturbridge, Massachusetts. You can hit that QR code that you see on the screen. You can scan that. Tickets are available online or at the door for that event in Sturbridge, Mass. for Powerhouse Wrestling NE on all social media outlets. What else do we got?
Well, we do go into April 5th. We're going to be at the Showcase Wrestling Training Center. That's for Saturday night's main event. The 11th, we're back into Taunton. That is at the Taunton VFW. On the 12th, we have a huge fundraiser in Woonsocket. That's going to be the kicking off of Keeping It Real Comedy Night with the real deal Joe Davis. That's going to be at the Tyra Club in Woonsocket. All tickets here are $20, $30 at the door. Again, this is going for a great cause for Rhode Elite Athletics. Stars of Showcase Pro Wrestling will be in the house, so why not go? I mean, And I got a news update on that. We've been talking to Joel over the last couple of years about updating some of his stories on wrestling. I guess he's been doing that, but trying it on the low. So we could have some wrestling stories. We could find the story of New York, Joel Davis and The Rock.
Well, he said he's going to be unveiling a lot of that material on April 12th at the Tyra Club. There's going to be food and beverages at that building. You can make it a night, comedy night, like you said, to support Rhody Elite Athletics. And, get your tickets by scanning that QR code that's in the poster. $20 if you get them online. You wait till the night of, you're going to pay $10 extra. So get them now while you can save yourself $10. Then the following show for the Real Deal, Joel Davis, if we could go back to that, Danny, you skipped it through, is the 24, April 24, Keeping It Real Comedy at Marasco's Bar and Grill, and that is in Cranston, Rhode Island, if I'm not mistaken. So you're going to get to see the Real Deal, Joel Davis, in action, comedy action that night, alongside Naomi Green and Cameron D. Wand. So go check out the Real Deal, Joel Davis, in those events that are coming up. And you can laugh your ass off, I guess. We back. Okay, that's a delay when I look at the screen. We're back. You there?
We are back.
Okay, so there we have it. I keep seeing the same. Danny, you're giving me a vertigo here. Every time I look at the screen, the posters keep flashing like back and forth. Are you all right there, Danny? Are you training your fingers? Are you working on the poke of death for tomorrow? Or?
Yep. Getting these choppers ready.
Is that a new move for your arsenal? Is that?
Oh yeah, poke of death and the chop.
Yeah. So,
the
Dante Mania is going to be running wild?
Yeah, we're going to see Chris Blackheart in the ring tomorrow.
I highly doubt that tomorrow.
I don't know. I think he's wearing his gear.
I said I highly doubt it this year.
He's got his tie on. He's got his white shirt. I think that's his new gimmick.
You know, in true fashion, you just never know.
Yep, that's his new gimmick. I think he's taking the politician gimmick to another.
Yep. I'm going to be part of like the Truth Commission.
Jeez, Christ.
Oh, I do got a question in the chat room.
You're gonna have to investigate again the shady activities from the committee, Daniel.
Yep, more investigations coming. But I got one question in the chat room from Bren. He wants to know if there's any chance that Showcase Pro Wrestling could come to Worcester.
That's a possibility.
Yeah, I mean, we never say no. I mean, we will be uploading probably about the next 3 weeks some of the upcoming shows going through the summer, to say the least, and you never know. We have some working on some good things. Not confirmed, but they're almost confirmed, and when they do, you never know.
So, any other comments?
Just everybody's excited in the comments there for tomorrow night.
Okay.
So, guys, I post a link if you want to get your tickets, but again, they're sold out, so head to the place. Bring your own chair. You're guaranteed to get a seat.
Yeah, I know. No, it's no BYOC.
There's no bring your own chair. I mean, if there's no chairs, you have to stand. We've had that before where it's standing room.
Yeah.
I mean, it's wrestling. You move around. I'm sure there's going to be food, and there's a bar, there's drinks there. So, it's cool to be moving around. So, I think since we started a little bit late today, I think, we pretty much covered everything for tonight. It's a big night tomorrow night. So we'll send everybody to sleep early today.
That's all perfect.
So Danny, get to bed quickly. Take a couple of gallons of protein shake. Say your prayers. Eat your vitamins, and tomorrow night, I guess you're going to be tossing and turning and flipping guys over the top rope.
Absolutely. And hopefully, not hopefully, but will be next week. We're going to see 2 new champions here in the 1776 studios.
Yes, indeed. So, All that remains is for the people to get there tomorrow night, 82 Ingells Street in Taunton, Massachusetts, Marchiversary 18. Like we said in the beginning of the show, tickets online are sold out. There will be seating opening up. Like you said, Chris Blackheart, how many seats again for the people?
We're hoping about 50 is going to be open up. And that, after we set up tomorrow, we'll get a better idea. We'll count the chairs. Again, we are modifying the set to make it actually a smaller set-wise, but to add a little bit more seating. So,
stay tuned to social media for any updates on anything tomorrow during the day. SP Wrestling for all social media. That's Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Give us a like, leave us a comment, and subscribe. It doesn't cost anything to subscribe. It helps us grow, and then it helps us provide more content and live footage like this. But for tonight, this is all we have. We hope to see everybody tomorrow night at Marchiversary. For Danny Badondi, the boss Chris Blackheart, and Don Vega. We'll see you tomorrow night at Marchiversary and right back here next week in the Showcase Pod.